Join me on this crazy ride as I take on the ultimate horror road trip challenge. Can I survive the scariest spots without losing my mind? There's something about hitting the open road that's just so freeing. The wind in your hair, the sun on your face, and the endless miles of highway stretching out before you. It's like anything can happen, and that's what makes road trips so exhilarating. My friends and I had been planning this trip for months, poring over maps and guides, looking for the most haunted and terrifying places to visit. We were ready for anything. As we set off, the excitement was palpable. We were laughing, joking, and blasting music, feeling like we were invincible. But as the hours ticked by and the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the landscape, we started to notice strange things. At first, it was just little stuff, a weird noise, a flicker of movement out of the corner of our eye. But as the night wore on, the occurrences grew more frequent and more intense. We started to feel like we were being watched, and the atmosphere in the car grew tense. We tried to brush it off as mere paranoia, but deep down, we knew something was off. The GPS took us down a deserted road, and we found ourselves surrounded by nothing but darkness. The trees seemed to loom over us, their branches like skeletal fingers reaching out to snatch us. Suddenly, the car sputtered and died. We were stranded, miles from civilization, with no phone signal to call for help. The darkness seemed to close in around us, and we were plunged into an eerie silence. It was as if the world had just stopped, and we were the only ones left. Panic started to set in as we realized our situation. We were alone, vulnerable, and at the mercy of the unknown. We tried to start the car, but it wouldn't budge. The silence was oppressive, and we knew we had to get out of there fast. That's when we saw it. A figure standing just beyond the reach of our headlights, tall, imposing, and utterly still. Our hearts racing, we froze, unsure of what to do next. The figure didn't move, didn't blink, it just kept staring at us with an unblinking gaze. My friend slowly rolled down the window, and a chill ran down my spine as a cold breeze wafted in. The figure didn't flinch, didn't react, it just kept staring. And then, in a voice that sent shivers down my spine, it spoke. The sound of its voice was like nothing I'd ever heard before. It was low, raspy, and seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at the same time. My friend tried to scream, but his voice was frozen in his throat. I was paralyzed with fear, unable to move or speak. The figure started to move closer, its eyes fixed on us with an unspeakable malevolence. We were trapped, unable to escape, as it loomed over us, its presence suffocating. I thought it was all over for us, that we'd never make it out alive, but somehow we managed to break free from our paralysis. The car roared back to life, and we sped away from that place, not stopping until we were miles away. We didn't look back, didn't dare to. We just kept driving, our hearts pounding in our chests. The adrenaline rush of that night still courses through my veins. We made it out alive, but the memory of that figure haunts me to this day. I'll never forget the terror we faced on that road trip. It's a reminder that some places are better left unexplored. As I look back on that trip, I realize that it changed me. I used to be a thrill seeker, always looking for the next big rush. But that experience taught me that some things are better left untouched. I'll never forget the lessons we learned on that trip. And I'll be sure to think twice before embarking on another adventure like that. If you've got your own horror road trip stories, share them with me in the comments below. And if you're looking for more thrills, be sure to check out my other scary videos. But be warned, they're not for the faint of heart.